Please accept my humble obeisances. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai. This is Aditi Devi Dasi in Canada.
Hare Krishna, Aditi Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining and giving your recitation. Welcome to the call.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. This is Varshabhanavi Devi Dasi from Charlotte.
Hare Krishna, Vrishabhana Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much for joining. Welcome to the call. Hare Krishna, is there anybody who would like to introduce themselves? Please go ahead.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to all the assembled devotees. This is Sushmita from Canada.
Hare Krishna, Shushmita Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining every single day and giving your recitation. Welcome to the call. Okay, we will start the recording. Unable to stop the recording. Priti Vilasni Mataji.
Yes.
Again, it's saying that unable to record, Mataji.
Okay. Yeah. Let me see that.
Record to the computer only then.
Okay. Okay, you're live, right?
Yeah, I'm live.
Okay, I'll do the Zoom settings meanwhile, and if there is space, I'll try to record again. You can start the class anyhow.
Okay. Welcome to Bhakti Sangha Japa conference call. Today we are very fortunate to have His Grace Pran Govind Prabhu to enlighten us on the topic of Srimad Bhagavatam 6th canto, 7th chapter, 34 and 35 verse. Before I hand over the call to Prabhu, I request Ayan Prabhu to take over the call for the brief introduction.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. I offer my obeisances to all the assembled devotees. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Here is a brief introduction for our today's speaker, His Grace Pran Govind Prabhu. Pran Govind Dasa was born in Komila, Ampinagar in East Pakistan in the year 1962 and later shifted to Tripura, India. It was in 1971 when he saw Srila Prabhupada first time during a program. He decided to become a devotee. In 1977, he visited Mayapur for the first time and was initiated by Bhavananda Maharaj in 1979. From 1981 to 1986, he was working in Mayapur as a guest house manager. In 1986, during the 500th anniversary of Lord Chaitanya, he served as the first general manager in Mayapur, managing the Gaud Purnima festival. From 1980 to 1989, he served as a facilitator of prasadam and accommodations for GVC, sannyasi, devotees, and life members. He also served as a life membership director and fundraiser for the Mayapur temple. In 1989, His Holiness Bhakti Charu Maharaj and His Holiness Tamal Krishna Goswami Maharaj kindly took him with them to travel across Europe. They then brought him to America, where His Holiness Badri Narayana Maharaj and His Holiness Mukunda Goswami, who knew him from Mayapur, engaged him in cultivating congregation services in San Diego, California. Prabhu took Banaprastha in 2012. For many years, he has been serving the devotees in the Alachua temple every day. He across various parts of America is preaching the glories of Srimad Bhagavatam. Hare Krishna Mataji, over to you Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Ayan Prabhu, for the introduction. Hare Krishna, Pran Govind Prabhu, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Prabhu, for joining and giving your valuable time and association this morning. Please take over the call, Prabhu. Prabhu, we can't see you. Yeah, thank you, Prabhuji. Yeah, over to you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Okay. Am I audible now?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay. Happy to see you all. Hare Krishna. Ayan ji, don't you get boring of reading the same thing? Next time you say there is a one devotee likes to talk. That's it. It'll be good. Thank you. So I would like to sing for a few minutes, if it is okay.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay. Sri Krishna, because Gaur Purnima is coming, Advaita Acharyas, everything starting within a week. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Daya Kar Mare Sri Krishna Chaitanya Daya Kar Mare Toma bina ke dayalo jagata samsare Toma bina ke dayalo jagata samsare Patita pavana Tabaya Avatar Patita Pavana Hetu Tabaya Avatar Mosama Patita Prabhu Napaive Mosama Patita Ita Prabhu na paibe aha Prabhu Nityananda Premananda Sukhe aha Prabhu Nityananda Premananda Sukhe Ipabalakana kara Ibaradukhi Ipabalakana kara Ami baradukhi Daya karo Sitapati Advaita Gosai Tava Kripa Bale Pa Chaitanya Nitai Aha Sarup Sanatana Rupa Raghuna Daha Sarup Sanatana Rupa Raghuna Bhatta Yoga Se Jivaha Ablo Bhatta Yoga Se Jivaha Ulokana Daya Karo Sri Acharya Prabhu Srinivasa Daya Karo Sri Acharya Prabhu Srinivasa Ramachandra Sangha Mage Narottamada Sangamage Narottamada Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Prabhupada Gurudev 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev Jaya Jaya Gurudev 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev Jayam Vishnupad Paramahansa Pariprajagacharya Astutara Shri Srila Bhai Charanavinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Jagadguru Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai ISKCON BBT Founder Acharya His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai Ananta Koti Vaishnavrinda Ki Jai Namacharya Srila Das Thakur Ki Jai Prem se kaho Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vinda Ki Jai Hare Krishna Mahamantra Ki Jai Srimad Bhagavatam Path Ki Jai Samaveda Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Glories to the assembled devotees Hare Krishna. All glories to the assembled devotees Hare Krishna. All glories to the assembled devotees Hare Krishna. All glories to Sri Sri Guru and Gauranga. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritam Naranjaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Udirayet Nastaprayesu Abhadreshu Nitam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Sloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistaki Mukhaṁ karati vācālam pangulangayate girim Yatkripa tamaham bande Sri Guru Dinatarinam Sri Chaitanya Ishwaram Paramananda Madhavam Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Nitina Vanchakalpataruvesya kripa sindhupaiva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, dear Prabhus and mothers. I feel grateful to be here with all of you because you all have so much interest so much care, affection for Bhagavatam, for the Lord, for the holy name, for all the devotees. Who cannot feel grateful to be with all of you? So I'm very grateful to all of you. And also I'm very grateful to Bhakti Japa Sangha group facilitator, organizer, for making this wonderful, the best, purifying and making each individual soul thriving his or her own pace towards the ultimate goal, Krishna Prema, through Bhagavatam, through chanting japa. So I'm very grateful to all of organizer also. And I'm eternally grateful to Srila Prabhupada and all my well-wisher gurus. I'm also begging all of you to please pray for me and bless me, so what I heard or read, that they can say something that will be aligned with Srila Prabhupada and our Guru Parampara's teachings, which will have an effect and impact in our journey and elevate our consciousness to the higher and higher, to the ultimate, reaching to the lotus feet of divine couple, Radha and Krishna. So today, chapter is 6.7, 6th canto, 7th chapter, and chapter titles, the devatas accept Vishwarup as their spiritual master. And today we are reading text 34 and 35. So text 34 does not have purport, so we will do response with the 35. So 34, the demigod approaching Vishwarup, I'm sure you all are familiar, probably repeatedly you heard this, to act as their priest. So the verse goes as Srila Shukadev Goswami says, Sri Rishi Uvacha Abhartitaha Suragane Purahite Mahatapa Shavishwarupastan Aha Prasanna Slakan Snayagira. Synonyms not there. Okay, translation. Sukadev Goswami continued, when all the demigods requested the great Vishwarupa to be their priest, Vishwarupa, who was advanced in austerities, was very much pleased. He replied to them as follows. Then we are going to do the 35. I would like to have a few other devotees also chant after I finish reciting the first one. Sri Vishwarupa Uvacha Vigaritam Dharmashile Brahmavarcha Upavayayam Katham nu mad vidho natha lokeshar avi achitam jachitam pratakshayati tat shishya shaiva sartha uchyate. Prabhus and mothers, please recite.
Shri Vishwarupa
Uvacha.
It's good. Two, three can chant together.
Vigarhitam
Dharmasila
Brahmavarcha
Brahmavarcha Upavayayam Kathamam no Madhavidho Natha Lokesar Abhiyachitam Pratyakya Sayati Takjisya Sa Eva Swartha Uchyate.
One more. Prabhu's side, anyone?
Hare Krishna.
Okay.
Vishwarupa Uvacha Vikarhitam Dharmashilai Brahmavarcha Upavyayam Katham no Madvido Natha Lokeshera Vyachitam Pratyakhyastati Taschisha Musa Eva Swartha Uchyate.
Very good. Thank you. Synonyms. Very good. Sri Vishwarupa Uvacha. Sri Vishwarupa said, Vigar hitam, condemn, dharma shilai, by persons respectful to the religious principles. Brahma varchaha, of Brahmanical strength or power. Upa vayayam, causes loss. Katham, how? No, indeed. Mat vidhaha, a person like me. Nataha, O Lords. Loko ishe, by the ruling powers of the different planets. Avichachitam, avijachitam, avyachitam, request. Pratyakhyashati, will refuse. Tat shishya, who is on the level of their disciple, sha, that, eva, indeed, sha artha, real interest, uchyate, is described as. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Translation. Sri Vishwarup said, O demigods, although the acceptance of the priesthood is described as causing the loss of previously acquired Brahmanical power, how can someone like me refuse to accept your personal requests? Nice. The way Prabhupada translates looks like he's listening, Vishwarup's talking in English. You are all exalted commanders of the entire universe. I am your disciple and must take many lessons from you. Therefore, I cannot refuse you. I must agree for my own benefit. Purport. The professions of a qualified Brahmana are Patana, Patana, Jajana, Jajana, Dana, Pratigraha. The words Jajana and Jajana mean that a Brahmana becomes the priest of the opulence for the sake of their elevation. One who accepts the post of a spiritual master neutralizes the sinful reaction of the Jajamana, the one on whose behalf he performed Jagna. In other words, modern language we call Ritvik, in some way, Ritvik idea. Thus, the result of the pious acts previously performed by the priest or spiritual master are diminished. Therefore, priesthood is not accepted by learned Brahmanas. Nevertheless, the greatly learned Brahmana of Vishwarup became the priest of the demigods because of his profound respect for them. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Shamata Vaishnavrinda ki jai, Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. In case any one of you are tumbling with the words, Sanskrit word, because they have many facets. So this morning I was researching a little bit about Judgment. Judgment. You can translate judgment as a worshipping or sacrificing. You can say that. Sacrificing, then question come on whose behalf? Like any one of you, I don't know if you went to Gaya in Bihar. Is it Bihar, Gaya? I think so. Where I did go a couple times after my mother passed away and my father passed away to do the annual or final rites for the departed soul, for their ultimate benefits. Even though in Vaishnava culture, we don't have to go to Gaya. You can just feed the Vaishnavas and offer nice bhoga to the deities and distribute it amongst the Vaishnavas. That's more than enough, actually. Anyway, so in Gaya, if you go there, I don't know if they still have that, but they used to have, it's very funny, that any newcomer, as soon as they get down from the rickshaws or the auto truck or any vehicle, and they come towards the bank and the Vishnu lotus feet, Vishnu Madhav temple. Before they go, they have to also make sure that if they have come for departed soul, whether it's a father, grandfather, whoever it is, they need to shave, at least the man, they have to shave their hair. So some of the barber, they have a contract with the Brahmana. So one Brahmana would say, he's my man, he's my man. So they do little shaving. They don't do full shaving, just to keep the group growing. I say, what is this? He says, I'm a judgment. I still remember. Okay, means you now belong to this Brahmanas category, and he will take you to the next step, to the pujari for the Bindu Madhav, the worship, and then the other mantras and offering the oblation to the rivers. Like he is like a conductor, you can say. He's a master of the Jagna, Vedic sacrifice. The Ritiks or priests are there only to assist him in his performance. In a one sense, it makes sense. If the judgment does not bring anybody to the rituals or temple, how anybody will get anything done? Or how anybody will know? They actually make advertisement or they bring people, in other words. Just like we go for Harinam, we go for book distribution, then we have a temple pujaris, we have a temple deity dresser, we have a devotee chant and do Bhagavatam study, just like, so we have all kinds of activities. These are similar, but we don't title like you are judgment and you are dakshina, collector for or fees for the whole purpose that you have come. Also, judgment, he will get the fruit of the sacrifice. In other words, he will get his main part. If you go very scrutinizingly, you will see that it is only the householder. Sannyasi brahmachari cannot become judgment. The married person, Brahmana, is entitled to become judgment. And the wife or daughters, especially wife of the judgment, has got a very important role in the jagna also, because she has to cook. She also, actually in old age, she has to prepare prasadam for all of them, all the people that husband as a judgment, collecting them to do their rites. So these are just technical. Of course, nowadays, as a devotee, we don't have to be concerned so much, but we have to be familiar with it. Now, in ISKCON temple, we do Jagna almost every festival, every initiation, every auspicious invoking. In New Year's Eve, we do this here. We did many festivals, especially fire sacrifice for many other reasons. Wedding is biggest festival, you can say. I mean, social festival. Birth giving ceremony, Garbhadan Sanskar, many Sanskar, 10 Sanskar, every householder is supposed to do. So in traditionally, in Bhagavad Gita chapter 4, text 24, you will see the commentary of our Acharya. It says about how the Jagna is actually purifying. So it's good to know. Originally, Jagna fire was lighted by mantra to Aroni wood. Chanting is all, Dhruva Maharaj was chanting Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. It produced so much heat, the whole universe got, even the demigod, everybody got disturbed by the heat, the power of the mantra. Sukracharya replied to Bamandev, even the Sukracharya is not a devotee. But Bamandev asked him, where the result is produced of this Jagna? He said, by this holy name, the power. It can produce fire, it can produce so many things. So in general, we have 4 types of Brahmanas. Udraju, Udghata, Hota, and Brahma. So, Odurjo, a Brahmana who by power of the mantra, he will chant some mantra and the fire will come. Prabhus and mothers, not like carrying a lighter, nowadays fashion lighter. Deslai they call, or something, I forgot the name. But here they do. Of course, recently, 500 years back, when Advaita Acharya was having challenge to establish for his fathers, because Advaita Acharya's appearance day is coming in a few days, no? Something like that. Yeah, this Friday, I think. Friday or Saturday? So Friday, I think. So then he asked all the Brahmanas, I think we should allow Agra Puja, the first worshipable person amongst all of you, Haridas Thakur. Now 50% of the Brahmana immediately got up. How could you do this? He's born in a Muslim family. How can, this is not proper. You are our leader. How can you say like that? Why? Anyone knows why Agra Puja is a very big deal? In Rajashiya Jagna, Krishna is considered Agra Puja, Shishupala oppose. I mean, many instances you will see Bhagavatam. Why Agra Puja is a big deal? Anyone? What I understood from this reference, Agra Puja, you select a person who will be the main object of worship. Of course, has to be Vishnu or Vishnu Bhakta, something like that. Then, after everything should be offered to that person. And after offering, whatever you get, whatever is left, remnants, will be eaten, honored by everybody else. So those Brahmana born by birth born, they are thinking, this is not possible. How can we take remnants of Haridas who is a Muslim born? So it was a big commotion in a sense. Commotion and devotion difference is who is backing the feeling and emotion. Who is backing my conclusion or emotion? Who is backing? Shastra? If it is scriptures, if it is acharyas backing, then it is devotion, that feeling. But if it is not backing by any scriptures or acharya's opinion, then it is commotion. It is only disturbance. They got up. We're not going to be participating in this. You are our leader. How could you do this? Advaita Acharya says, he addressed them. You all are expert Brahmana. Now they started smiling. Yes, he's right, what he's saying. Now show your power on this special day. I want you to chant a mantra and light fire. Oh. That's like a thunder on their on their existence. It's better if they are not there. They feel, everybody felt, because they don't have power. Would you mind of allowing Haridas Thakur to come and sit in front of this Jagna Kunda? Now Haridas Thakur already went to a big drama on delivering Balanam Chakravarti, but he accepted Advaita Acharya as guru, so he follows him, and he came there and he heard, and Advaita Acharya said, can you please come? Haridas Thakur never light fire, but he was like, please, I'm an outcast, leave me where I am, my dear spiritual master, Advaita Acharya Prabhu, please. I'm just ordinary fallen soul. Why you are? No, you are chanting Hare Krishna. You have a pure chanting coming out from your body. Everything about you is worshipable object. The world need to learn. Why are you saying this to me? I'm just nobody. I'm just a fallen Muslim born. They are right. No, Advaita Acharya is speaking loudly in front of thousands of these Brahmanas. No, you have to, I am as the leader of Brahmana has to establish Brahma Vaishnava's position. Of course, he has to go with Advaita Acharyas. He didn't want to. He was so humble. Vaishnavas are like this. Finally, Advaita Acharya says, please come. He dragged him to that. Please have a seat. Now, light fire and chant those mantras. He asked the Brahmanas. Brahmana cannot do that. They need a lighter or some kind of striker. Haridas Thakur said, I don't know any mantra to make fire. He said, just chant whatever mantra you know. I only know Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. There it goes. Fire with those woods in the Jagnakunda. All the Brahmanas like shocked. Is it some kind of a mystic power? We never heard, never saw. I mean, we read in the book, but we never saw it is practically possible. And how can he's not even Brahman? He's just an outcast. He's not even in Varnashram. He does not do all these 6 things that we just read. Pathon, Jajan, Dana, Patigraha. But actually he does to the purest form. They could not understand. Now, there are many examples in our book. 9th canto, you will find how King Dasharatha did same thing. Lord Ramchandra did also. Prabhupada gave a big purport that when he got the kingdom, he gave the kingdom to the Brahmanas. Brahmanas are called Bhusharga. They are the king of the whole planet, this planet. They should be given. But then the Brahmanas returned the kingdom to Lord Ram. He said, yes, it is ours, but maintain it, rule it on behalf of us. Because you are born in a Kshatriya dynasty. We do not know how to rule. Yes, everything belongs to us. They accepted. You can read. Beautiful. So like this, many examples are given. Now, if Brahmanas, they are born in a Brahmana family, and if they do not go through a process to purify their existence, they are same as Sudra. Now, some of you may be thinking, well, I was not born in a Brahman family. I was not either. But is it possible that Brahman quality automatically comes? Yes. On what basis? Jasya deve para bhakti jatha deve tatha guru. Tasyaita kathita artha prakashante mahatmana. The essence of all Veda, all the performance, duty, Pathan, Jajan, Dana, Pratigraha will manifest in the heart of those who have taken shelter of Guru and obeying, following Guru's order. That's all. Very simple. Now, to demonstrate this, little elaborate, I have made a little PowerPoint presentation I would like to show, but I would like from the audience a request to, can you help me to read some of the things? Will be easier, because otherwise you'll get tired of hearing me only. You all have a sweet voice, you can. Now somebody please unmute and tell me that it is visible, what I'm trying to show.
It is visible. Brahmans.
Okay.
Brahmins.
So first question I'm asking, why Brahmanas? Well, Prabhus and mothers, I'm not accusing you, or please don't take it that way, but I do focus this almost every week, once a week, or maybe every day almost, I don't know. That misuse of free will, and I gave the reference. We are here. Now, why Brahmana? I'm coming. So this is how we came down in a short. Misuse of free will. Krishna gave us a chance to experience the allure, fascination of material world, separate interest from God. Can someone help me with this, please?
Hare Krishna, can I read?
Yes.
Okay. Srimad Bhagavatam 3:20-18. First of all, Brahma created from his shadow the coverings of ignorance of the conditioned souls. They are 5 in number and are called Tamishri, Andha, Tamishriya, Tamas, Moha, and Maha Moha. Bhagavad Gita 4.13 Chatur Varnyam Maya Shrishtham Gunaha Karma Vibhagasha Tasya Krataham Api Mam Vedhi Akrataham Avavyam. According to the three modes of material nature and the work associated with them, the four divisions of human society are created by me. And although I am the creator of this system, you should know that I am yet the non-doer, being unchangeable. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. So this shows that to enjoy material world or sense gratification, you have to have a covering, 5 layer of covering. And how do we engage it? That's where the Brahmana plays roles. So Srila Prabhupada, I'm not going to read the whole thing because of the time sensitive. Why follow Brahmana? Because world needs service attitude, which makes disordered society orderly. Maybe I would like, can someone else please read this? Is that readable?
Yeah. Srimad Bhagavatam 3.6.33 purport. It is actually better to be a Shudra than to be a Brahmana and not develop the service attitude, because that attitude alone satisfies the Lord. Every living being, even if he be a Brahmana by qualification, must take the transcendental service of the Lord. Both the Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam confirms that this service attitude is the perfection of living entity. A Brahmana, a Kshatriya, Vaishya, or Shudra, then perfect is occupational duty only by rendering service unto the Lord. A Brahmana is supposed to know this fact due to his perfection in Vedic wisdom. The other section are supposed to follow the directions of Brahmana, Vaishyas. One who is a Brahmana by qualification and a Vaishya by action, that will make the entire society perfect. In regards to the order of its social construction, as a disordered society cannot satisfy either the members of the society or the Lord. E- Even if one is not a perfect Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, or Shudra, but takes to the service of the Lord, not caring for the perfection of his social position, he becomes a perfect human being simply by developing the attitude of service to the Supreme Lord. Reborn.
Thank you. Now, deep down in your heart, you feel like to do one of those activities. It's a natural. You may say, no, I don't. Actually, maybe we have to retranslate each category. This is just a picture. But every human being has a one of these 4. Psychophysical nature you are born with. Okay, one more reading, please. Because if you deny, no, I'm not a part of Varna, so I don't feel like, no, that's not true. Okay, let's have this reading, please.
Hare Krishna. What do we mean by maintaining body? Actually, in Vedic culture, Varna is for the body, ashram is for the soul in a broader sense. Varna, which means Brahmin, Kshatriya. So according to one's Varna, if one does activity, then he is able to make contribution to the society according to one's psychophysical nature, and thereby also earns one's living. So the prescribed duties of a person is swadharma, There is material duty, and then there is spiritual duty. When one does a proper swadharma, he can also earn his livelihood. So for Kshatriya, the swadharma is ruling. So everyone has their swadharma. So by doing one's karma according to one's swadharma, one earns one's living. In today's society, we don't have the varnashram system, so we may be having different prescribed duties. We may have to do our worldly duties, and by that, we are able to maintain ourselves. So for bodily maintenance, for personal purification, and for the sake of setting up a good example, we need to act according to our prescribed duties. So in this way, Krishna tells Arjuna, do not give up your prescribed duties, and by doing this, you will make spiritual advancement. Hare Krishna.
Very nice. So in this, what we can take out, that Varna provides one's material needs, what I understand from Prabhupada's purport, in the least uncomplicated and the most harmonious way according to one's psychophysical nature. Now, if any one of you ever thought, I don't care all this Varnashram system. Prabhus and mothers, you want to advance very Bhagavat platform, pure devotee platform. But in case, if you did not purify your psychophysical nature, you may fall down. At the last age, old age, you may deviate for something unnecessary, useless thing. And you don't know where it's coming from. Why I'm dragged into it? Because we did not purify. Pay attention to your own psychophysical nature. Prabhupada repeated this. 3rd chapter, 35, purport, I remember, Prabhupada said, that's why Krishna told this Arjuna that do your dharma. Now, that's not ultimately going to take to spiritual world, but this is clears our heart. Nothing in the heart, contamination from this world. It has to be purified, whatever it is. Whatever it is, it has to be purified. Now, so Varna is that. And ashram, why we need ashram? What I understand ashram means it provides a time-wise progression in one's spiritual commitment. So Varnashram, in one sentence, I would say, provides a social structure for spiritual advancement. Varna is for who? For this body. Prabhus and mothers. Varna is for who? For this body. And ashram is for the soul in a broader sense. Ashram is not for the body. Ashram is for the soul. So every one of you, every one of us in this world is suffering in Maya's world, and merciful Krishna created this Varnashram, Brahmans, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. We should respect that. Why? Because for solving the problem of suffering, and the program is a systematic. It is not a whimsical. It is a very systematic. Everybody is born. I made this in a sense. Everybody is born with a, I don't know any one of you ever talk to your friend or your relatives about Krishna consciousness. They say, I don't have time. I have a work. I have to work. No, I don't have a time. I have to do this research. Or I have to go to school. Or I have to take care of the children. They are either born with karmanista or gyananista, very rare premanista. This is a fact. And this karmanista, where I divided into Shubha Karma or Shubha Karma, and Shubha Karma, where this Kamma Karma, like Hiranyakashipu did, Nitya Karma, which we do, and all the religious people does. Naimittik Karma is circumstantial. It's about religion, but it's not about the soul. I don't want to attack, but there are few religions in this world are in that category. Has nothing to do with spiritual life, but it is religion. And there is a Ashubha Karma, of course, we don't have to talk about that. Everybody are familiar, Akarma and Vikarma. Now you are born with this particular nature. And if you have a good mentor, can guide you actually what is your psychophysical nature in true sense. Not what you need, not what your concern only or what your interest, but deep down inside, what are those impressions that you really did not fulfill for thousands, hundreds of life. Finally, human life, you do not want them to come and interrupt, disrupt, misrupt, whatever the word is, to your devotional progress. You should identify one of those actions. Either you are action-oriented person or people-oriented or cerebral means Brahmana. Cerebral means Brahmana. Or you are in between Brahmana, Kshatriya, you like to control. This is a category, 9 category. Everybody, I did actually literary with many, many devotees even. Sure, deep down in their heart, they are one of this category. Find out your nature, the born nature, not eternal nature. Try to purify. So where am I after knowing this? Well, where you are or where you want to go? You want to go to Anandamai, 24 hours a day, happy with Lord in Golok Vrindavan. Good. Where are you? Well, I'm working hard for future. Or then you are in an economic development mixed with devotion. So Annamai mix. No. I like the philosophy. I really like the whole spiritual concept of Krishna consciousness. Good. You are in a Gyanamai. But goal is to Anandamai. Focus on it. How you can go there. This is a shorter version. I can't discuss this because itself will take whole discussion. So this is another point. While somebody read, can you help somebody? Identify yourself where you are. Which category you feel you are. Can someone help me with this?
Can I read?
Yes.
Okay. 3:29:28:33 Lord Kapila presents a fascinating sequence of gradation of living beings according to various levels of consciousness. 1. Living entities are superior to inanimate objects. 2. Among them, living entities who display life symptoms are better. 3. Animals with developed consciousness are better than them. 4. Better still are those who have developed sense perception. 5. Among them, those who have developed the sense of taste are better. 6. Better than them are those who
just
have...
one second. While mother reads, I don't want you to anybody to think, oh, these are just for the animal, beast, bird. No. This is, we have those impressions. It's not gone. Just like some birds fly 500 miles, 1,000 miles every year. Before winter comes, they fly 500 miles. How they know? Prabhupada did talk about it because super soul within them, because they are concerned. They want to survive. I was born in India. I want to have a better life. I want to go to America. Or my brother was in Vienna before I came to ISKCON. And my brother said, yes, come there. Okay, I'll go to the West. Why? For better life. It's the same. It's not a bird idea to go flies to a place to survive. We do this even now, even as a devotee. Have a better facility, have a better. I'm not saying anything wrong. I'm just saying when we read, see where you are and where we need to go. Okay, please go ahead.
6. Better than them are those who have developed the sense of smell. 7. Better still are those who have developed the sense of hearing. 8. Better than them are those who have distinguished between one from and another. 9. Better than them are those who have developed upper and lower sets of teeth. 10. Better still are those who have many legs. 11. Better than them are the quadrupeds. 12. Better still are the human beings. 13. Among human beings, the society which is divided according to quality and work is best. 14. And in that society, the intelligent men who are designated as Brahmins are best. 15. Among the Brahmins, one who has studied the Vedas is the best. 16. And among them, one who knows the actual purport of Vedas is the best. 17. Better than him is he who can dissipate all doubts. 18. Better than him is one who strictly follows the Brahmical principles. 19. Better than him is one who is liberated from all material contamination. 20. Better than him is a pure devotee who executes devotional service without expectations of reward. Therefore, I do not find a greater person than he who has no interest outside of mine and who therefore engages and dedicates all his activities and all his life, everything unto me without cessation. Srimad Bhagavatam 3:29-33. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Mother Kaylee, you have a question?
Krishna, thank you so nicely. But I'm curious.
You are
this is
breaking.
explaining
I cannot hear.
Oh, yeah, I'm in Gitanagrian in the woods, so we don't get a lot of service. You hear
Okay, now it's better. Yes.
Okay. So I'm curious because this is explaining one species as better than the next. So when we are, trying to see every living entity as equal, how does, this doesn't really seem like it is seeing every living being in equal terms.
Yes, you are right. So we have to understand from that angle that this is a evolution of consciousness, means consciousness is becoming better, higher. Because in highest form of pure consciousness is Krishna consciousness. And lowest form is like a rocks, woods, like a trees, means their consciousness is so covered. They have no clue who they are, where they are, how they came here. So from a spiritual angle, as a Vaishnava, we have to identify, we have to detect that by the consciousness covering where one person is, even amongst human beings, you will see some people has no interest for spiritual life. You are a book distributor on the road, and some people are so happy to see you, to get the book. So you can see different level of consciousness within them. We should detect, but we should not display our action. For an example, lion body also has a soul, but that doesn't mean you're going to say, hey, lion, you are soul, I'm soul, come on, embrace it. We may not see you, so we don't want you to ever experience that. We should have that vision that everybody has a soul, but we don't have to act on that platform. Because we have to, like for an example, the verse says, 5th chapter, when you have time, you can read it, Bhagavad Gita 5:18, it says, Vidya vinay sampane brahmane gavihastini shunichaiva sapakecha pandita samodarsin. Devotee should have two things. They should have a good vision, understanding, and good humility. So they see Vidya vinay sampane brahmane, the difference between brahmana, cow, elephant, hastini, sunichaiva sapakecha, and the dog and dog eater, all are one. What it meant, Krishna is saying, that you see as a soul. But if you are hungry, you don't go to a dog for a milk. You go to a cow for a milk. So our action and our intention, vision are not same, should not be same. So we should develop that vision that everybody is soul, every species has a soul. But we don't have to act. We do have to act with intelligence, not to say, hey, snake, you are a soul also. you know, and I'm a soul. No, that snake may bite me. And, I was attacked by cobra in Mayapur. So I remember that. Scary. I mean, I still think of, yeah. Does that make sense? Okay. Okay, this one, because of the time, this one is just, I made it, Bhakti Siddhanta good point is that in spiritual life, now you may say, well, all this gradation, I'm not part of it. I am now, as a devotee, trying to progress in spiritual path. Okay. Then you should also detect where you are. Because Gop Kumar, how did he go to different places? By his consciousness. He traveled, he chanted the mantra, yes, but his desire. So according to your desire and your level of consciousness, you must detect where you are. Otherwise, we may get stuck. Now, Brahmanas are honored. Why is a big deal in our scriptures, in our culture? Brahmanas are spoken so much about it. Well, first here it is. Krishna himself says, I protect. Namo Brahmana Devaya Go Brahmana Hitaya Cha Jagadithaya Krishnaya Govindaya Namo Namaha. I'm sure everyone here knows this mantra. Lord Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is the prime protector of Brahmanical culture and cow. So Brahmanas are very special. Here, Krishna says, if somebody has a good quality in that Brahmana, 6 quality, actually Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, I bow down. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu even when one time did a lila, he said, I'm sick. Somebody said, how can you be sick? He said, I need a good Brahmana's foot wash water. And they say, well, we don't know which Brahmana is good and which Brahmana is fake. Not a real good Brahmana who has a 6 quality. Then Mahaprabhu mentioned even name. In Chaitanya Bhagavatam, you can read. Mahaprabhu mentioned name. And the devotee has to go there to wash the feet, lotus feet of that Brahmana and get it. Ramanujacharya, one of the great Brahmana, wanted to become his disciple. Ramanujacharya, just to demonstrate the Brahmana is important. After initiation, disciple says, Gurudev, how can I please you? He said, you come from a very erudite, advanced Brahmana family, and you are very strictly following. So one way you can serve me as a disciple, you wash your feet and bring that water for me to drink every day. Now, how many of you ever would do that if your guru asks you? Anybody? Please help me. Everybody's quiet. Am I audible? It is difficult, isn't it? But Ramanujacharya, that disciple, was so devout, he did not question because anything pleases Guru. And he did that every day. One day Ramanujacharya went away for a couple days. That Brahmana did not even eat or do anything. He was holding that his own foot wash water until Ramanujacharya came back, and Ramanujacharya says, okay, you don't have to do it anymore. I should have thought about it that I'll be gone for preaching tour like this. So such a dedicated, and he blessed him. All the knowledge of spiritual life, everything manifested in the disciple, that Brahmana disciple's heart. Who is a Brahmana? Let me see the time. Okay. Can someone help me reading this? A new person? New person?
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Yes.
As Srila Prabhupada, Brahmana never moves anything with the feet because it is disrespectful. Difference between Brahmanas knows Brahman, Vaishnavas, Sir Brahmana.
Yeah, these are like a common quote, Prabhupada. Vishal Prabhu used to say. I was standing there, Prabhupada said, Brahman means he knows Brahman. But we are Vaishnava, we serve Brahmana, we are higher. It was very nice. Okay, next one.
@BSST, Arja.
BSST means Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. It's a big name, sorry, just put it short, sorry.
Okay, sorry, Hare Krishna. Bhakti Siddhanta Swami Saraswati Thakur. Arjavam Brahmane Sakshat Sudre Anarjava Laksanam. A Brahmana is honest or simple, and a Sudra is just the opposite. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Another time, morning walk, one actually, I think Uriya Brahman, he says, you are teaching so much. What kind of Brahman are you? What color? I thought the Brahmanas are Gaura Varna. Prabhupada said, I'm a special Brahman. I am a brown Varna. It's such a hilarious. And that Brahmana was satisfied. He said, oh, special. So your color is this skin color. Now, where do you find this Brahmana by this quality? Of course, you can say, Prabhupada says, if you don't touch with feet anything you move in the temple, then you are Brahmana. That's not the only qualification. That's just one of the quote. Now, if you want to know more quote, you find out this. This is the longest verse I found about the Brahmana. Who is a Brahmana? On what basis someone is Brahmana? These are the questions Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur asked. And he quoted this verse. These are from Shastra. The four Varnas are Brahmanas, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. Among these, Brahmanas are foremost. There is a verdict of the Vedas and Smritis. In these places, the question is asked, who is a Brahmana? Or on what basis is someone a Brahmana? Among life, right now, Prabhus and Mothers, you have a body, you have your mind, you have your intelligence, you have your knowledge, you have your desire, you have your duty. And of course, what constitutes Brahmana? That's the question of this longest. I mean, I cannot show you the verse completely because it's actually double than what you're seeing. So first question asked, since the living entity is a part of Brahman and alive, does that make him a Brahman? And the answer given, no. It is incorrect to call any living entity as Brahman or Brahman. There are countless living entities who accepted innumerable material bodies according to their karma and mentality, but they cannot be called Brahmanas. So the next question was asked, then whether the body makes one Brahmana, like a by birth. The answer is no. The body of a Chandal as well as that of all other high caste, subject to infirmity and death. It is only with respect to the way in which the mentalities of different classes of men are colored by different conception of religion and irreligion that Brahmanas are called white, Sheta Varna. And this Brahmana actually asked Prabhupada, now you are a Brahmana, but you are not a Sheta Varna. You're like a brown. Prabhupada said, I'm a special Brahmana. That was Prabhupada's respect to that Brahmana. He didn't want to challenge it. He said, I'm a special Brahman. That's why I have this skin color. Kshatriyas are reddish. Vaishyas are yellow, Pita Varna. Shudras are black or dark color. These are material designations. This is not the qualification of Brahman. The next question was asked, whether one becomes Brahmana by birth, Jati. My father is a Brahmana, I am a born there? I'm a Brahmana. Answer is no. In the midst of mixed ancestry have come the great soul rishis. And that Bhakti Siddhanta Thakur gave an example. Rishi Sringa took birth from a deer, animal, deer. But he is a famous Rishi Sringa that gave the pious to the Dasharat Maharaj to have the Lord Ram to come. But he was born from an animal. Kaushika was born from a straw. Jambuka Rishi was raised by a jackal. Valmiki came from an anthill. Vyasdev was born from a fisherman's daughter. Sage Gautama was born from a rabbit. You know rabbit? Rabbit. Vaishishta was born from a dancing girl, Urvashi. Vaishishta born from a Urvashi. You can say high society prostitute. From a pitcher. It was kept in a, cement was stored, and then Agastya Rishi took birth from there. These are the great names of all over the Vedas. When you utter like this, the Brahmana class, they go down. They don't have the answer. So then, in a short, I'm just breaking down what I remember. Then question comes, what is Jnana? Does it make if somebody has a knowledge, he's a Brahman? No, knowledge doesn't make a Brahmana either. Many Kshatriya, like a Parikshit Maharaj, firstly experienced, even Ravana, demon, he knew so much philosophy. Therefore, knowledge doesn't make a Brahmana. What about faith? Karma doesn't make one Brahmana either. All living beings, you can say, have a amassed karma from a previous life and have their karmic distinctive to live, or when body will be dissolved, you can say. So that doesn't make a Brahmana. What about their duty, dharma, religion they practice? Mundane piety does not make a Brahmana either. There are many examples of a great ruler, Kshatriya, who highly religious and gave much gold in charity. On Ekadashi pastime, I remember Lord Krishna was saying, this is a great king, he did a good, but he's not a Brahmana. So religious activity doesn't make. So what is the Brahmana? That is the question finally answered in that verse. So I'm going to just paraphrase what I remember reading that. A Brahmana is one who is absorbed only in Supreme Self. If you are thinking of Krishna, you are a Brahmana. He is free from mundane attributes of birth, work, materialistic qualities. Just like Mother Kaylee, she's a young Western body girl. She's distributing books, chanting, full day. There are so many in Gainesville. I know the whole group. They do book distribution and serving. They are Brahmana. A real Brahmana is completely absorbed in the infinite, limitless, absolute truth, Krishna, who is also present in their heart as a super soul. The Supreme Lord is indivisible. His very nature is divine ecstasy. The infinite is not a mango that can be grasped through sense experience. Oh, I tasted mango. That's not what Krishna consciousness taste is. Neither can he be known directly or indirectly through mental speculation. Such a Brahmana is free from faults such as lust, anger, greed, pride, illusion, and envy. He has all 12 Brahmanical qualities, beginning with peacefulness and self-control. Samo, Dhamma, Tapo, Shaucham. He's never envious and is free from illusion and from any touch of pride and false ego. One who has these qualities may be called Brahmana. This is the opinion of Shruti, Smriti, Purana, and Itihasa. No other endowment of perfection can confer Brahmanical status. Now, this verse is from Vajra, V-A-J-R-A, Vajra Sucika, S-U-C-I-K, Upanishad, a very famous Upanishad. Okay. I think time is sensitive. So, yeah. How many types of Brahmana? We discussed some. Seminal, Brahmanical, Mantra Diksha, and these 4 categories I discussed there. Okay, this is a very nice. Can somebody help me to read this, please?
Hare Krishna. Go ahead, Mataji. Can I?
Yes, please.
Generally, 2 types of Brahmanas are seen. Vaidiki, rare in Kali Yuga, born in Brahmana as Jata Siddha, pure like Shukadeva, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati, Narottama Dasa Thakura. Veda Anuga, 2 types. Pauraniki, Javala was admitted as Shishya. Pancharatriki, gradual progress, Guru see a Shishya becoming eligible for future Pujari, thus admit in Archana school. Hare Krishna.
Very good. So, like for an example, Narottam Das Thakur, there was a grain ceremony, and the Brahmana was there doing the ceremony. He is not a Vaishnava. So he's offering food to some demigod and trying to put this in the mouth of Narottam Das Thakur. He spit out. Every time he's doing this, spitting out, the parents are nervous. The king and Narottam Das Thakur's mother and all the Brahmanas. Then there was one Vaishnava. He says, I think I know. I'm seeing the quality of this boy, even though he's just 6 months old, but he is a born Vaishnava. Born Vaishnava, of course, what do you mean born Vaishnava? Means he has the quality. So he said, give me a few minutes. So he went and cooked sweet rice. He offered to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and he gave it to the Brahmana to offer to Narottam Das Thakur. Narottam Das Thakur, as a 6-month-old baby, started eating, enjoying, and he's happy. Everybody was shocked. These are some symptoms. You can see probably amongst our children sometime, because Prabhupada said a lot of pure devotee going to come into the movement. We should watch. Bhakti Siddhanta Thakur, when he was born, he had an umbilical cord. Prabhupada talks about it just like a Brahman thread. And everybody noticed, his mother noticed, father noticed. They were like, wow, he was born with the Brahman thread on this. These are just like Shukdev Goswami. Vyasdev asked, my dear son, please, it is time for you to come out. It's 16 months in the womb. Your mother is not feeling very comfortable. It is not proper to stay that long. Shukdev Goswami from the womb of the mother is saying, no, I'm not coming out. This world is full of Maya's world. I'm afraid. I don't want to be exposed there. I'm happy there. Vyasdev says, I give you guarantee. I'll train you up. You will be okay. You'll be liberated. No, you are a family man. I cannot trust family man. Who do you trust? Only Supreme Lord Krishna. Vyasdev had to transmit himself to the Lord's place, and Krishna came. Krishna spoke. you can come out now. Yes, my Lord, but I'm afraid of Maya. I give you guarantee you will be protected. So many examples in our disciplic succession. Shukdev Goswami, they are born Brahmana. We are not against born Brahmana. We are saying born Brahmana has a qualification. Now, Puraniki, Prabhupada gives an example. Jabala Rishi asked this boy, who is your father? What Gutra you are born? He said, I'm not sure. I'll ask my mother. So he went there. He asked, says, mother, what's the name of my father? He said, I'm sorry, my son, my child. I'm not married to a particular person. I have a profession of a prostitution. I meet different men and you are born from it. And this boy went and revealed to Guru. Gautam Rishi, they all were there. They are witnessing. There was no hesitant to tell the truth. Then Guru said, you, because you know, you are so honest. Saralata is Vaishnavata. This is Mahaprabhu says, simplicity is Vaishnavism. You are already Brahmana. Huh? He said, prostitute son, you may say that. No, but he is very advanced. And Pancharatrik, we follow in ISKCON. According to Vedic philosophy, actually you have to be born with Sattva-gun from a Brahman family to be Brahman. But entire Mahaprabhu's system is Pancharatrik. Pancharatrik means anybody can become. Okay, if anybody has any question, you can raise hand. Otherwise, because this is too many, I made slide. I'm not going to go over there. There are 5 types of Smarta Brahmins, and there is details given. Why Brahman initiation to the non-Brahmin born? This is what we follow. Okay, someone can read this one. Prabhupada very affectionately said something very interesting.
Hare Krishna. Who can be Brahmana? Vedic culture means everyone is given the chance to become first-class Brahmana. Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 3, Text 13, Los Angeles, 18 September, 1972.
Can you read the next one too, Mother?
Yes, Prabhu. Why Brahman initiation to born non-Brahmanas by Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada said, there is no harm in giving those not born in Brahmana families the sacred thread. He said that 2 things were indulged by not introducing the sacred thread initiation. First, those who receive Vaishnava initiation may think that they are situated lower than the Brahmanas. On the contrary, excuse me, they should understand that they are no longer in a lower position and they are fit to perform all the various services. Second, the so-called Brahmanas, who are proud of their body consciousness, may think that those who have received Vaishnava Diksha are situated lower. Thus, they commit offenses against the Vaishnavas. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami boldly came forward to introduce his Upanayaya Samskar system so that Brahmins and other so-called higher castes should not have the opportunity to commit Vaishnava aparad, and so that those who have received the Vaishnava mantra should not consider themselves lower or unfit for Brahminical worship. There is no contradiction with the rules of Shastra. According to Siddhanta, it is not wrong to invest Vaishnavas with the sacred thread, but there is no system previously established. Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur established that. Hare
Okay,
Krishna.
one more. Just the translation, because
Okay. Who is a Brahmana? The real devotee of Vishnu is superior to millions of ordinary Vedantika brahmanas. A practicing brahmana is better than a birth brahmana. Practice means to perform sacrifices and worship Krishna. Those who worship Krishna with the help of of their consciousness are superior to those who worship with material things. Those who are Vedanta Vit think that their goal is undifferentiated consciousness. But if one can attain differentiated consciousness, one must hold a higher position than millions of Vedantika brahmanas. They suffer from the disease of thinking that spirituality means non-differentiated Brahman. The Vishnu Bhaktas, who can see the personality in consciousness, are far superior. Amongst the devotees, those who regulate themselves according to the scriptures are in the order of Vaikuntha, and those who surrender exclusively to the service of the absolute entity with innermost love and faith are the highest order. Garuda Purana.
Thank you.
Welcome, Hare Krishna.
Okay, these are a few more questions. You can think in your own time, you can find the answer, but there are beautiful answers given. Why don't high-class Brahmana accept Vaishnava Dharma? That's not true, because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also born in a Brahman family, Advaita Acharya born in a Brahman family, Nityananda Prabhu born in a Brahman family. There are many. It's not just Ramanujacharya. They are all Brahmana. Madhacharya, they are also Brahmana. So that, but there are more explanation. Okay, one more reading, please.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. September 5th, a Brahmana, even if he gets 1 lakh of rupees, 100,000 of rupees, still he is a beggar, because he will not keep it. He will immediately distribute it in charity. London, September 5th, 1973.
Very good. Thank you. Okay, these are the 6 functions of the Brahmanas, as we discussed a little bit, and there are plenty of more. Danger, I'll just read 1 or 2. Can someone help me with this? Just read 1 or 2.
Prabhu, sloka also, or just translation and purport?
Translation is fine.
Yeah. In Kali Yuga, demons are born in the family of Brahmanas in order to harass the saintly person.
You know who are those Brahmanas? Are you familiar? We are talking about within our movement, can be. Just be careful. Okay.
All the demon persons who are envious of Vishnu and the Vaishnavas may take birth in the Brahmana family. They nevertheless envy the Vaishnavas. This is the speciality of Kali Yuga.
Okay. Okay, just one more. This one will be enough.
Okay. Any members of the 4 Varnas and 4 Ashramas who fails to worship the personality of Godhead, the source of their own creation, or who intentionally disrespect him, will fall down from their position into a hellish state of life.
Okay. Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. Okay, I'm sorry. I just have I always try to plan little early closing, but some other idea. But we have a few minutes. If anyone has a further discussion, clarification, correction. Are the devotees above Varnashram? Yes, no?
Yes.
Very good. Any further takeaway?
Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam, Prabhuji. Prabhuji,
Hare
myself
Krishna.
Jyoti Takne here.
Yes, Mata.
I don't have a question today because I was not attentive today, but I want to go through your PPT and study and get back to you with the questions. I request you to please share your PPT in the group or share with our team, Bhakti Sangha team. And
Okay.
thank you for the wonderful session and grateful
Very
to
good.
you. Hare
Very
Krishna.
good. Sometime, because Advaita Acharya's appearance day is coming, maybe you can meditate on it. That you know how Advaita Acharya got the highest position amongst the Brahmana society. I don't know how many of you actually have an idea how fanatic the Brahmana society can be. Really, they can be so fanatic. I remember even my grand uncle told that one person was very low class, was on the shadow of a Brahmana, and he freaked out, that Brahmana. How dare you come to disturb me? Was like so humiliated, to that man. 2,500 years back, Prabhus and mothers, do you know how many religion in India? Anybody can answer me question? 2,500 years back, 2,600 years back, how many religion was in India? Come on, only one. Only one. Today you have at least you can name Jains, Buddhists, Christian, Muslim big. Where they come from? Why? Because those Brahmanas are the responsible. They did not preach. They did not do their service. As a result, they put the whole country into hellish condition. So that's a fact. Now I'll just tell you a small little story. I see Mother Sushilpa Davies. You have a question, Mother, or you have some comment?
Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you so much for the details. I have a small question. So you said every Vaishnava who's been humble is a Brahmana by himself or herself. But the nature always changes, right, Prabhuji? According to the modes. The modes always change according to the situation the person is. So does that mean the Brahmanical quality also changes for the person? Not very often, but if we don't do japa, we turn it to Maya, and then for a couple of days, it'll take time to get back to that situation. Does that mean we change to a different, from Brahmana, we change to a different
category
option?
Of the modes?
Yeah, just curious.
No. Vaishnavas are Vaishnav. They are exalted. They are same as Krishna. They never come down as long they are practicing and progressing. One time, one Brahmana is reading, in Sudharma hall, he's reading this beautiful explanation, and he is shedding tears. And his son says, Father, why you are crying? He said, because the explanation of this Lord is so beautiful. And now Lord is also sitting in the Sudharma hall. It's so beautiful. I can't read anymore. I just want to look at him. It's like unbelievably beautiful. This young boy of Brahmana, he says, Father, what is attracting you? I want it. He said, you are a little boy, not now, later. You are a son of a Brahmana, you will become a good Brahmana, then you will have that feeling. I want it now. My dear son, when you grow up, do you know who is that son? It's Krishna. Krishna noticed that these Brahmanas are enjoying his beauty, his talk. Krishna also are hungry. What they're tasting from me, I want it. I want to taste it. When Vaishnava become Brahmana, they are not Brahmana, they are elevated. But we say that name. Okay, this Prabhu, he's a Brahmana, he'll do this jagna. But it's not really. They are above this mundane Brahmana, the Varnashram. But Nanda Maharaj, Mother Joshoda, every day she engages Brahmana to do the protection for Krishna. But these are all Shuddha Sattva, pure Vaishnava. But they act like a Brahman. They are different. So I hope that gives you some idea.
Yes, Prabhuji, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
I'll tell you a little funny story. I know there is a 2-hand raise. I'll just tell you a little funny story because it's Advaita Acharya's. I love Advaita Acharya. I do. So Advaita Acharya is a little boy. His eyes were so beautiful. So they used to call, his name was, who remembers? Kamalaksha. Advaita Acharya had a few names in childhood. Kamalaksha, so beautiful. Everybody would stare. So all the Brahmanas doing Durga Puja, big Durga Puja. In the Durga Puja, then Advaita Acharya's father comes with this boy and everybody staring him because he's so beautiful. So, but, they want to converse. But how you do converse? So father paid obeisances, everybody pay obeisances to Durga. Advaita Acharya is not paying obeisances. So all the Brahmanas saying, you have to train your son to pay obeisances to Mother Durga. How can he? So he didn't pay obeisance? No, he didn't. So they try to talk to him. Says like it. He said, my dear son, can you just pay obeisances? No. My dear son, this is Goddess Durga. She is my maid servant. What did you say? Don't say like this. This is Divine Mother. I know, Father, she is my maid servant. Your seat. Just pay obeisances. She's a mother. I'm not. Some Brahmana heard it. They say, what did he say? Your son said, Divine Mother is a maid servant. And this boy, Advaita Acharya, Kamalaksha, loudly, yes, she is my maid servant. I don't pay obeisances. She pays obeisances to me. You are embarrassing me. I'm your father. Just do one time, please. For the sake of the whole Brahman society, they will judge and they will think, what kind of this great Pandit raising his son, don't pay obeisances. Okay, I'll pay obeisances. You watch out what happened to your goddess. She will not be able to tolerate. Advaita Acharya paid obeisances. Durga Devi like explode into pieces. Nobody knows what happened to her form. It's all over the whole stage of worship. Advaita Acharya Prabhu ki jai. This is the power of Vaishnava. He's a Vaishnava. Okay, sorry. Do we have time, Mother? Let's see, Mother Sushmita.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Mother.
Thank you, Prabhuji, for the wonderful class. Prabhuji, I have one doubt. Prabhuji, you said about the Varnashrama. If we will not follow the Varnashrama now, then even though we are practicing, then at the end we will fall down. So for now, what is our Varnashrama? How can we know, Prabhu, what we should do and what is the Varnashrama duty for us now?
Okay, we have to change the wording, not Varnashram, Varna. Varna you are born with, Ashram you are not born with. Varna means psychophysical nature. Believe or not, when I was a little boy, I was not thinking of becoming a Brahmana or do puja and all that. I was into money. Even a little child, I used to save all the coins every time I get from my parents or from my elder or anyway. I would save those coins hidingly. That's like a nature of the saving money was like there. Now by the mercy of Prabhupada and Vaishnava, I see it works. That craving is gone, completely gone. And Krishna gave me, Krishna gave me also plenty of money. But I don't have that craving. It's like I don't need anything. But there was by the mercy. So you are born with psychophysical nature particular. That you have to identify one of those 9 through a mentor whoever your mentor, I'm sure everybody in Bhakti Japa Sangha group has some good devotee association. I believe that 100%. You don't have to tell me, because if you did not have a good association of advanced sadhus, you would not be here even every day hearing Bhagavatam. That means you do. So you talk to the senior devotee, said, and then you spend some time. It will require some time. It's like a hypnotism, like what do you like to do? What is your actually desire? What is your, do you like this? Do you like this? After talking like a few hours, you'll find out that exactly what that person is really interested in. And that purify that nature. That's not Krishna consciousness, but that's part of Krishna consciousness, because if we do not purify that, Krishna told, you have Bhagavad Gita 18.60. Look at that verse. Sabhavajena kunteya nibuddhasena karmana kartum nachasi janmahat karishyasi avashapitat. Krishna told to Arjuna, you don't want to fight now under the illusion. You may think like you want to go to forest and become a sadhu, study scripture until death comes. But you are born Kshatriya. You will fight. And I love Prabhupada's purport. Prabhupada says in the purport, Arjuna either fight for Krishna or fight for Krishna's Maya. There is no third option. What about he wants to become a yogi? It's not possible. He will start meditating and a lion will come nearby by the nature of his experience, and he will just get up and fight with the lion. Oh, I thought you came in the forest to become a yogi. You'll forget yoga. Whatever we are born with high psychophysical nature, opportunity comes, we'll fall for it. So it is good to know. Ashram, it's a time-wise progression, like a brahmachari, 25 years grihastha, 25 years vanaprastha, then sannyas, like this. For a sannyasi also, for a Matajis also. I was reading about Jamuna Devi's, and I remember when she was used to give class, I used to go there. She passed away. She was very close disciple, associate of Prabhupada. Prabhupada says, now your husband wants to take sannyas, but you are already sannyasi also. So you are a sannyasini, Prabhupada says. But then he said, actually in Shastra, there is no word sannyasini, but you are like that. You both are sannyasi. You read another letter of Hansudut Maharaj. His wife is still alive. She's, I think, GBC or something in Germany. Prabhupada appreciated. He said, she's like a sannyasi. So we don't distinguish. We go by the qualification. They are so dedicated. Prabhupada write one letter also that every boys and girl are so much engaged in Krishna consciousness. They are thinking of Krishna. They are all better than sannyasi. So like this. So ashram is one thing, but Varna you have to associate with an advanced devotee who can detect and tell you, and then purify it. I hope that gives you some answer, Mother. I'm sorry.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you. Okay, we can close now. Thank you, Mother Binita Gandharvika Devidasi, to tolerate my always late.
No, Prabhuji, please don't say like that. Thank you so much for such a beautiful class. Very grateful to you, Prabhu. Thank you all the devotees for joining us. I would like to offer my obeisances to Prabhuji and all the Vaishnavas assembled on the call. Vancha kalpatarobhyasya
नमो नमः
Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai.
Bhakti Sangha Guru Bhakta Vrinda ki jai.
Jai.
Gaur Pramanand.
Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Thank you everyone for joining today's Srimad Bhagavatam class.